Greetings, this is Polly. I'll talk about the Supreme Court decision, which seems to give the president some immunity from actions while he's in office. The left is acting like, oh my god, now we're talking death squads that Trump could use. Remember, Trump isn't president yet. Biden is. And my point on this, we've always had it. Presidents have always had, or at least assumed to have immunity while in office. You say, well, no. I mean, what could be so terrible as Trump, as that payoff to that whore, Stormy Daniels? Okay, let's go through a few. I mean, what if Roosevelt could have been sued, not sued, but taken up or prosecuted for his actions in arresting the Japanese and interning them? That's, I think, fairly serious. But no prosecutor anywhere ever thought of charging President Roosevelt for that. Although that, to me, was a crime. It's a violation of several parts of the Constitution. But he was a president, and he has certain immunity. Take the guy right after him. Truman. He dropped the bomb on Japan. Now it's, he could have faced prosecution on any jurisdiction for doing that. I mean, that's a fairly serious thing he did. And say, well, he killed all these people, he should be prosecuted. Now, he may not consider that as serious as payoffs to a whore, Stormy Daniels, but some people do. I mean, we throw on like this. What about Johnson and how he got us into the Vietnam War? The Pentagon Papers showed that this whole Gulf of Tonkin resolution was phony. He had deliberately provoked the Vietnamese into that type of response so he could get us further into the war. Well, you may say, well, yeah, but he didn't pay off to a hooker. Yeah, but I think that's a little more serious. It was assumed that he had immunity from it. Although he can make a good case, he should be in jail for it. Well, even our own guy, with George Bush, the second one, his weapons of mass destruction that got us into the Iraq War, then, you just say, and I remember some Democrats did talk about they should be prosecuted for that. But again, it was assumed that he had immunity. Even Obama, we sent those little cruise missiles and killing these people when we were drawn. I mean, come on now. That could also be considered a war crime. But I agree, it's not as bad as Payne's will be accused, though. It'll be, you hush money to a porn star. Remember, Trump always said he was innocent of that. Now, this is going to affect that Judge Marchant, who was supposed to sentence Trump real soon. He saves the Democrats, really, this Supreme Court decision. Because if they had put Trump in jail or put him on house arrest at that convention, that would then terrible thing. That would be a crusade Republicans would go upon to bring Donald back into the White House. I mean, that was just so stupid, and he bails him up very fast. And Marchant threw his hands away from him and said, oh, well, let's take a look at this. Now, we don't know how this court order is going to play out. See, the president could kill someone. Actually, a lot of presidents have killed a lot of people. But I understand. I mean, he can't go up there and just say, call someone in the White House and this poor bullet shoot at them. Believe me, he'll be prosecuted for that. But this is the trouble with Trump derangement syndrome. It was always assumed that the president had immunity from things that he did while in office. Now, I just mentioned some of the terrible things that they have done. But because of Trump derangement syndrome, I mean, it's considered Stormy Daniels. Well, that's enough. Put him in jail for that. You know, this is how Democrats just lose their mind when it comes to Donald Trump. Just sit back sometimes and take a deep breath. You feel a lot better. Because all the court did was put on paper what was already in effect. What president has some immunity for actions he does as president, because a president can't be worried about what's going to happen 10 years after he leaves office on action he took. It just doesn't work that way. That's why we didn't do it. Until Trump, we never did do it. It's just this craziness this man just seems to bring the Democrats to. Well, I'm glad that the court ended lawfare. It throws about 80% of the cases, on the Marchand thing, what was in the instruction to the jury and was evidence was stuff that he did in the White House. That case has to be tried all over again. Source of this is the weakness of their own candidate, Joe Biden. They know they have a senile man in the White House. They know how dangerous it is. They're talking about what to do about it. I suspect nothing. These are dark days in America. These are dangerous days in America. Talk about what happens when a president gets a call at 3 o'clock in the morning with Joe. Oh, heavens. What a disaster. Let's just hope none of the bad actors out there do anything stupid. I'm really thinking of the Chinese with Taiwan. If you gotta make your move, guys, it's the time to do it. Let's hope they don't. I think there are external factors why they won't go into Taiwan, but that's just me. They may think totally different. As for Putin, he's a bad actor all the way through. I can only hope that we get to the elections and Biden is thrown out of office, Trump comes in, and birds will start chirping, the sun will start shining, and our allies will feel a lot safer with this guy. I know the left doesn't want to hear that. I'm sorry. You saw on that debate what we already knew about Joe Biden and the lies that the media and those close to Biden have been telling. Now, with the Supreme Court decision, more than likely, lawfare is just out the window. And it saves Joe Biden, too. It saves future presidents, too. From prosecutors who want to make a name for themselves. They said that was never even thought of before. But Trump gets in there. Oh, well, yeah, anything's okay with Trump. It's okay to break any type of precedent we have with Trump. No, it's not okay. I'm glad the court made its decision. Let's get on with the election. I don't know what Democrats are going to talk about. I don't even know what their agenda is. More immigration, higher inflation, more wars. Sky's the limit. But I just think that I'm going with Trump because I don't want more wars. I don't want higher inflation. I don't want the darn immigrants walking around here. I'm in New York City and I'm seeing them now. It's getting a little creepy. It's creeping me out. Alright. This is Polly saying goodbye. Oh, could you subscribe to my channel, please? I don't know how much it makes. If it makes any difference, the channel's so small. But it makes me feel better. This is Polly, out.